Go ahead.
Okay. Well, good morning. Good morning. Let's see. Is it we said 1:15, we said 1 o'clock, 1:15, so we're gonna give it one more minute. But good afternoon in the USA and good evening in Kenya. This is
Yes.
Dr. Gail Townes, and I'm here with Ms. Violet Mbiti, and we are excited to see you today, this evening, in this century. Right? We're going to give just a couple more minutes to give people a few minutes to just tap in, and then we're going to get started because we have an exciting interview today. I'm excited about it. Are you excited, Ms. BT?
I am excited.
We're going to give it just a couple of more minutes. I'm going to see if I can share it on my page. Let me see if I can do that
Okay.
while we give people just a moment. But this is good. This is good. Now it has been cold here in the where I am in the States. Is it cold where you are? It's nice and warm.
It's raining.
It's raining. Okay, okay. Because we wanted to. I told my family I wanted to move someplace warm, so it sounds like it would be good. There we go. I found it. There we go. Awesome. All right. So anyway, we're going to get started. Again, good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon. I am Dr. Gail Townes, and I am in Virginia, United States, Virginia. And I am here with Ms. Violet Mbiti, which is exciting to me. We're here on her page because typically she has interviewed so many wonderful youth and so many different programs that have been going on around the world and around the country and around the globe. So I thought it'd be interesting to interview her so that we can talk about some of the wonderful things that are happening there. I know it's exciting. It's it's also exciting when you turn the tables on someone, right? Is they've been doing it, so now is turn the tables and let's talk about some of the great things that are happening in your neck of the woods. So, Ms. BT, I'm going to be quiet and I'm going to say, please introduce yourself to the viewers and just tell them, what you do. How did you start and why did you start your organization? And we'll go there.
All right, all right. So, viewer, from whichever corner of the world that you're watching this show, it's a pleasure meeting you and sharing about what we do. So, the reason why I started this particular organization is because I was engaging at the grassroots. Grassroots means that engaging with the youth and adolescents where they stay, where they live, getting to talk to them about the different issues that they are going through and them giving me their response. And then now seeking out a solution of how can we solve this particular issue. So I started off, prior to starting this organization, I started off as a blog, Youth County Projects Kenya. And the reason why I started is because I saw the water issue in my rural home of Machakos County. And I decided, let me, instead of seeing people walk for like 24 kilometers to go and get water, it will be easier if we have a dam in place, all right? So went and talked to the county government. The community gave out their land, and it was the dam was constructed by the county government of Machakos. And then I also saw the issue of women not having breathing problems because of the cook stoves that they use with regard to cooking, because they were using the three-legged stove.
Right. Can I stop you for
Yes.
1 minute? Because I think it's a great project, the dam. So I don't want us to gloss over it because that is a fantastic project. So the project again, let's say that was a dam and that was in Machakos, you said? And you said what you saw was people walking, what? You said blocks, miles to get water.
Kilometers.
Can you talk about that a little bit more, and then we'll go on to the next project?
Yeah, you see, like Machakos County is in a semi-arid area. So being semi-arid, that means that water is not available everywhere. All right. So people have to walk like even 1 hour to go and get water now in the rural areas. So I used to live in the city, and so when I go to my rural home, I'm just seeing, hey, these are issues that we're not experiencing in the city. So there's need to solve this particular problem back at home. So that is how now I just decided that it will be good to just do something that is going to help the community. And that is how now the dam project came to be. And it is now it's now complete. And yeah, and even right now during the rainy season now, at least now the water is being saved, is being stored, and people from all over that location are fetching water there. So it is a good initiative, and some have even started agribusiness around the dam. So
is there we're going to put a link to your page here, so that way people can actually see pictures of the dam, because that was how many years did it take for that project to happen? How many years was that?
all right. I initiated the process started in 2014 when the devolution system started here in Kenya, but because of political issues, politics came into place. People fighting that particular project. So the dam was completed in 2018 when there was change of power. So 2018 it was when now it was completed.
Very good. And so the dam now services about how many people and how many families?
Like we can just say like maybe 20,000 households.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
And a household usually has about how many people?
Like 3, 4, or even 5. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. So this dam now then services about 20,000 families. So then we talk about that. I mean, that, you multiply that, we're talking about probably about 100,000 people. And so people then...
No, not 100,000. 100,000 is too much.
Well, if you say 20,000 families, and how many people in a family?
No, I said households. I said households.
So
yes, I said households.
How many people do you think are in a household?
Yeah, around 5.
About 5. So if you're talking
5, 2 to 5.
2 to 5.
2 to 5, yeah.
Okay,
because of family planning.
All right, so under 100,000. Okay.
All right.
Because when you multiply 20,000 times 4 people times 5 people, you're at 100,000. So when you talk about other,
I didn't think it was that much.
Yeah, it is a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
When you talk about households, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I want you to talk about it more, because I also, like, when people are doing things or are active in the community, I wonder if we realize the impact that you have. So I'm here to tell you the impact that you have, because when you talk about 20,000 families, that is a lot of people. And you have all the people that are coming from the surrounding counties as well that are gaining water. So yeah, that's about 100,000 people. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a great project. And like I said, we'll put on her link to her website, so that you can see the pictures of the dam, because it is done, it's completed, and people are using it from around the area. All right. Awesome. So now the next thing, wait a minute, was there anything else you wanted to say about that before we move on to your next project?
No, we can go to the next project.
Okay. Because your next project, you were talking about cook stove. So please tell us about that.
Yeah. So with regard to cook stove, there was a neighbor of mine who had breathing problems because of cooking with the 3-legged stove, and she was coughing a lot, and I even had to take her to hospital, Aga Khan University Hospital, because I really didn't know what was the problem. But she told me that, Violet, I'm having this breathing problem. So, like, she just stays like 10 minutes away from where I stay, from our rural home. So because of that, now I said I have to start doing something. And that is when now I reached out to stakeholders like the GIZ Energy Development Program, to go and see what they are doing on the ground. And I got a solution. And that is how now the cook stove started. Like the cook stove, when I started the cook stove, I just started it to help people, but it also became like a business, what I didn't know. And then I even won an award because of that cook stove, and even constructed here in Kenya and also in Uganda, and also at a refugee camp. I was just shocked at when you're training people, when you're training women, and the way they take up the project and they go to other towns to go and construct so that they can earn a living. That one really shocked me. Sometimes you start doing something and you think that you are just seeing a problem in the community, but you don't know. So it just started, and we got positive reviews. We trained young people. We've also started. We even changed our business model to also reach out to households, so that we can contract for people and also for businesses. So it just started like that, the spirit of giving.
Right.
And because of you deciding to give, to help someone, you find that it's also an opportunity that is also going to help you. So that is how now that one started.
Very good. Now, for our audience, please explain now, so that we're clear, what is a cook stove, what that is, and then also explain what was being used prior to the cook stove being used. So explain that so that we can understand what it is that you're talking about.
Yeah. So the what we used to have previously was the traditional cook stove, which is the three-legged stone. So you use 3 stones, stones, and then you place them strategically, and then you put the kettle on top of it. All right. But now, like in the households, like you use that, and you use a lot of firewood to cook with it. But now with this energy-saving cook stove, it conserves heat, and you just use like maybe 2 or 3 firewood to just cook. And food that takes like even 3 hours takes even like 1 hour or even 45 minutes to be ready. So that is now this energy-saving cook stove. And that is how it all began. And because of those 2 particular projects, I decided it would be good to start a blog where youth can also showcase what they are doing on the ground. That is when I started Youth County Projects Kenya. And when I started the Youth County Projects Kenya, opportunities even started coming my way, because I wanted other youth to also showcase the projects that they are doing, so that it doesn't seem like I'm the only one who is doing. I just wanted to give them a platform to also showcase what they are doing. And because of doing so, I was taken up by the Political Leadership and Governance Program, PLGP, and they trained me even on my speaking skills, on even how to engage wisely. All right, because they saw, because of what I'm doing, that I can be a politician one day. So they imparted in me skills of who a wise leader is. And because of that, doors started opening. I started attending conferences, and then people now from the governance program now saw me and said that, Violet, we want you to come into the projects that we are doing. So that is how I came into another project called the G-Activate. And now that one I entered as Violet Mbiti Foundation. So that is how Violet Mbiti Foundation came in. So we started engaging policy makers government and also youth on how to engage with policymakers. And then now that is how I was brought into the sexual reproductive health arena, because these fields I'm being called because of the projects that I've done on the ground. So you find that people in that space, they say, Violet, we are seeing you're doing remarkable job. And that is how now Violet Mbiti came into being. And we started in 2017. 2017. And we are here now. So we are currently, like Violet Mbiti Foundation, we basically focus on matters governance and sexual reproductive health. Governance means that in our engagement, we reach out to policymakers, all right? So we sit down, like personally, not personally, but as an organization, we are both at the national level and we are also at the county level. So national level, we deal with parliament, and at the county level, we deal with the county executive and the county assembly. So at the moment, as we are speaking, we are in both levels. And because of our work on the ground with regard to sexual reproductive health, we started engaging in health budget advocacy here in Nairobi County, because we saw that there was a high increase of teenage pregnancy and which is unintended pregnancy, and also lack of family planning commodities. And after doing thorough research, we realized, together with other stakeholders, that the reason behind this is because there was lack of family planning supplies at the health centers, at the 10, at the, like here in Kenya, you find that in Nairobi County, there are 17 sub-counties, but when it comes to health, they are divided into 10. So we found that 3 out of 10 health centers had family planning supplies. So we decided that what we are going to do, we are going to engage policymakers so that they can increase the family planning commodities at the health centers. And because of that, the county government in the financial year 2019-2020 increased the budget allocation by $5 million towards health in Nairobi County. We even, together with members of my team, we even participated in the public participation forums where we submitted memos, okay? So after submitting memos at the sub-county, we also went to the county treasury to go and pitch our case. And that is how the budget increase was realized. Okay. Then after that,
wait a minute. Let me slow you down, because you're doing a lot and it's exciting. So let's make sure that the viewers are still with you, and me, make sure I'm still with you, because it sounds like you're doing a lot of things. Now, what I heard is 2017 is when the organization became the Violet Mbiti Foundation, but your focus was doing with policymakers and being able to change things in Kenya, really being able to change things. And on the ground with doing those things, like grassroots types of things, in order to change things. So when I heard you say also that you're doing with the governor, so dealing with policies on the national and the county levels, is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah.
And because of that, you've been able to participate in other forums as well as training, because one day you are going to be running Kenya.
Whoa.
So
amen.
That kind of training. And so now, because of the impact that you and your organization have had, you've caused money to be inserted into the health system there in Kenya. Yeah. Did you say $5 million towards the health? In Kenya? So, I mean, that is phenomenal.
Nairobi County.
Okay, very good. Nairobi County. I mean, that is phenomenal in itself. Also, when we go back to the cook stoves, because when you're saying the cook stoves, you were looking for another solution, and that solution was a health solution for your
Mm.
for your community.
Mm.
Also, the training, and then being able to create entrepreneurship opportunities for the youth. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Because you train them as well to go out and actually build the cook stove. So when I also heard you say they were energy saving cook stoves, so now they're
Yes,
using
yes.
less time. Did you say from 3 hours to 1 hour now? So there's energy saving
Yeah. Yeah, you
time.
see, like if you are making if you are preparing beans and maize, boiling them, it usually takes a long time. But with this energy saving cook sauce, because it conserves heat 70%, so you
Okay.
find that the food gets uh, cooked fast. So with
Okay.
regards to now the cook stove, how the youth earn an income from it,
Right.
when we
Okay.
go on the ground, we usually tell those particular youth that each of them needs to identify 10 people who want the cook stove to be constructed. And for each cook stove um, that will be constructed, they, they will earn a labor fee of $35 per cook stove.
Right. Okay.
Okay? So that particular customer will pay them $35. So you find that after the training, if they have gotten the 10 clients, because prior to us going there, they need to have already gone on the ground and looked for customers. Because once we train them, they go and construct these cook stores for them. The goodness with this with this cook stove is that the materials are readily available. So you find that the client provides now the construction materials. So all the what is remaining is just paying the labor fee. So you find that particular youth earns $35 per person. So if they construct for 10 people, that is $350 that they have received. All
Right.
right,
Very good.
from this. So that is why we have partnered with Equity Bank here in Kenya, so that once we train those youth, they will receive financial literacy training
Very good.
from them, so that they can know how to manage the money that they are getting. Because we realize when we go on the ground, you find that when they earn this money, they just go and party, and then they don't have money, they don't know how to save. But right now we have partnered with Equity Bank of Kenya, which is all over the country. So right now, when I'm going to train the youth, um, now the equity people from that particular bank are there,
Very
so
good.
that once we have finished the training, they will take over and work with them
Very
this
good.
journey.
Very good.
Yeah.
So you're setting up entrepreneurship opportunities. So you're setting them up to be entrepreneurs. That's one thing, business owners.
Yes, yes,
So
yes,
you're helping with the training so that they have something, a product to actually sell. So did
yes,
I understand you to say that they have to go out and find the customers so that
yeah,
that way they have some place that they're building these cook stoves, right? And
yes,
they get paid a portion of the labor. They get paid a portion of the labor, and then you
yes,
also have someone that comes behind them, if you will, to help them manage the money that they earn. So that way
exactly.
they're learning how to just be good stewards, if you will, of the money,
Yeah.
and then be able to continue it. So you're growing them. So these are youth. What is the age group typically?
Eight, here in Kenya, it is 18 to 35.
Okay, okay, very good.
But
So
but you find that we find majority are women.
okay,
Yeah, majority are women. So like what makes me happy is seeing women taking this cook stove seriously, because like at one time we trained them one place, and these women went to another town and got customers there.
okay,
So the people from that town who are already trained, they were feeling bad that these people are coming from Wamunyu to go and construct in their town. So they were saying, Violet, people are taking business from us. But it is business. what we did, we just empowered them with skills. So these women are working hard, they are utilizing these skills, and they are earning money even to pay school fees for their children. So that is the satisfaction that I get, seeing that you've given, you've seen a gap in the community and you have decided to help. So sometimes, I just feel good. I feel good when I see someone has been helped because of an initiative that we started.
Yeah. That's good. And I think you should feel good. When I think about just going back over just some of the things that you talked about, I mean, you're doing a lot. There's a lot that is happening there that is positive. I mean, and going through the political system to actually invoke change is phenomenal. Doing
policy.
Yes, doing the dam, that is phenomenal. And yes, that's about 100,000 people. Okay, that's phenomenal. And then also doing the cook stoves, that's phenomenal. And then as well as being able to help to interject money into a system in order to help with the health challenges that are there. I think that's phenomenal. You're doing a lot, ma'am. And I think that when people are doing the work like you, is you don't think about how much work you're doing. And that was one of the reasons I wanted to be sure that we talked about all that is happening there. Okay. So because it's phenomenal. So what we're going to do is we're going to end, but what I wanted us to end with is kind of tell us, why should people support your organization? And then also we're going to put your link on my page as well as your page so people can contact you as well as look at the projects. And audience, I invite you to go to her page and look at these projects because the dam project is phenomenal. It took years, but that's sometimes what it takes to get something done, as well as getting money into the system for the health of the youth there, as well as getting training for being in the political arena, and then also doing the entrepreneurship training, because when it's all said and done, we want people to be able to be self-sustained. So part of that is getting the knowledge and the information and an opportunity to be able to do that. So tell me, what final thoughts would you have, Ms. BT? And we're going to put your information in, like I said, but you can also say that if you like, what information that is. There you go. Let me see. Here's a question right here. It says, this is from Ms. Valerie Carter. She says, I think she mentioned something about the government changing. First question, is she getting help from the government and or with an organization that can donate towards the cause? There's a question for you.
Yeah. So to answer her question, like with regard now to the dam, it is the government which funded it fully, all right? But now with regard now to availing family planning commodities, we had now to engage, to talk one-on-one with the policymakers, sit down with them, convince them why they should allocate money towards this cause, all right? So we got to learn more about health budget advocacy, and we used those skills to reach out to policymakers. So now you go with the evidence to the government and you tell them that this is the problem on the ground, and you mobilize even people, even during the meeting, that they are sitting at different corners of that particular hall, and all of them are speaking with one voice, you find that it is hard. So that is how it happened with this particular one. When the county government allocated $5 million, it is because we set ourselves strategically, and all of us were different stakeholders, and all of us were raising the same issue. The other thing is, right now with regard to counties, we are in Nairobi County and we are in Machakos County. And in Machakos County and Nairobi County, we engage with the policy makers, the ones even who allocate funds. So it's just a matter of speaking to them, sharing them the concerns, and even submitting bills in parliament if it's going to enact that. And what they do now is look at what our proposals we've done. So sometimes they reject some of the proposals we make when you submit a memo. Sometimes they accept. So yeah, so that is how the government works. And then, like, the government has scarce resources. So getting the government to give you like funds per se is unless they had already allocated it in the county integrated development plan. You see, like when we went to a county called Taveta County, the government, when we presented our proposal there, they already had that money in the account. So they said, we are going to train our youth using this money that we have. So if you take to them and it is not in their budget, they will not give you the money. That is why we usually go through the county integrated development plan so that we can get to know what are the plans for the county government for the next 5 years. So when we look at that particular plan that they had set, it is a policy document for 5 years, and we see that the things that we want is written there, then that means that money is there. All right. And that is how now we usually go pursue it. But you see, like right now, you can't say that you want to pursue the dam project right now because the government is saying that they've already done it before, so they can't do it again. Yeah, so we just have to look at that particular. It is a plan of the county government, and also the national government has its own plan. So we just look at where they have allocated money, and then now we start engaging them to release that money. So that is how I'm asking her. I'm answering the question that she's saying.
Okay.
Is she getting help from the government? Yes.
All right. So let me add to that. So the Violet Mbiti Foundation specifically does not get aid from the government. What they do is they go to the government, is what she's saying, and actually find where money has been allocated and helping to direct money into projects that they see that are needed because they're on the ground. The other thing is her organization. Donors can donate to her organization. And so we, the people, would be the ones who would be donating to her organization. And so we'll leave that, her website up there, and then you can contact her and or I about donations specifically for her organization. What they do also is the training that they do for the cook stoves is, as those projects are done, they do get a portion of that money that helps to fund the organization. So what we're looking at is several ways of funding. That is through personal donations, that is other organizations, that is doing projects, because the entrepreneurship piece is supposed to also help with income for the Violet Mbiti Foundation itself. But the government specifically does not give money to their organization. They are grassroots. They do the work. They get paid based on the work they do, as well as donations from individuals like you and I. All right. What you see, Ms. Donna Cobbin says, you are doing so much to help. God bless you. Because you're doing so much. And that's what I wanted people to hear and see, and encourage people to donate to the Violet Mbiti Foundation. And you can donate to her, contact her and or I, and we'll make sure that the organization continues to go. Who is this? The work being done is awesome. God bless you. That's from Miss Lasagna Hart. All right. Thank y'all all for tuning in. I appreciate that. And there's Miss Gloria Ante. Thank you for all that you do. Be encouraged. Wow. So you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot. Here's someone else. She is empowering the people to take care of themselves. That is exactly right. Let's see. This is so amazing. There's Miss Tanya Horn. Thank y'all. I appreciate all y'all who tuned in. Yes, that is awesome. Here we go. She is very strategical in learning how to interact in the system. This is using much wisdom. Amen. Very good.
Thank you.
Getting rave reviews, Ms. Mbiti, because you are doing a lot. We will do this again, I'm sure, because there's so many projects that you have that, I don't know that we can put them all on one broadcast, but we'll do it again. And like I said again, we'll put her information on my page. We'll put it on her page. You can contact her directly through her website, right? Through your website, is that right, Ms. BT?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. And then you can also contact me as well. But we'll be sure that we keep this organization moving. They're doing the work. And so I always think of when someone is doing the work, help support them while they're doing the work because they're doing the work. Okay. Let's see, who is this? God is ordering her step. Praise God for you. Yes.
Amen. Yeah, by
Yes.
the way, I can say that it is true because I put God first in everything that I do. Some of the things that I have started, I can't say that it just happened. You see, like because of engaging in these matters of adolescent and youth sexual reproductive health, dealing with policymakers and also the youth. I just wanted something unique that is not being done that is going to address the issue that adolescents are facing. And that is now how I started the innovative adolescent youth SRHR platform. Because I even asked God, I told God, God, I just want to be unique. I need something, And then, when you ask for something, you just have to be open-minded that whatever you're asking for, you're going to get it. So when I started the platform, I started it in October 2019. In November, because of starting the platform as well as what we are doing with the Violet Mbiti Foundation, we got invited to attend the ICPD, the International Conference on Population and Development, ICPD 25, that was taking place in Nairobi, Kenya. So it was bringing people from all over the world to come there. And then and then the following month, I was also invited to attend the Adolescent Youth SRHR platform that was taking place in the coastal city of Kwale. And while I was in Diani, even the chair, the director of World Health Organization was the chief guest of honor. He's called Dr. Chandra Muli. I got to interact with him, and he's also following us even on our Twitter pages, both Violet Mbiti Foundation, Kenya VMF, as well as Adolescent Youth SRHR platform. So we got to interact with the director of World Health Organization for Reproductive Health, Dr. Chandra Muli. And we also got to interact even with members of UNESCO and also Aga Khan University. And I can just tell you that even last year, 2020, because of even the Adolescent Youth SRHR platform, we got invited to present at the African Innovation Week, where I was not only a judge, but I was also a presenter. So I can say that putting God first, putting God first in everything that you do bears fruit. That is why I'm urging people that whatever you do, put God first. Yes. Put God first. Even like sometimes you have so many plans. You are told that you have so many plans, but if you don't dedicate those plans to God, they're going to be futile. So that is what I usually do. Like anything that I want to do, I tell God that I want to do this, and once I do that, I ask Him to be my shepherd, and life goes on. So yeah, so that is how it is.
Very good.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a message from Tonya Horn.
Yes, he says, I definitely want to donate. I have an international ministry in Uganda, the House of Restoration. We will support you because water sustains life. Yes. Yes. Living Waters, Tanya Horn, Living Water. Yes. So if you all would do that, and like I said, we're going to leave her information so that you can have it to be able to go to her website and just look at some of the projects that she's talked about, because she has the pictures of them. She has the pictures of when they were a part of these different conferences. Also when they are giving back to the community, some of the groundwork. actually out there with some of the PPE equipment, and then also some of the hygiene equipment. And so it also has a picture of the dam there. It also has pictures of the cook stoves. So all of these things you can see on her website. You going to have some of them on my page too. I was looking at my other line here. I think I'm going to put some on my page as well, so you have some place to go for reference. And that way we can support someone like this and keep them encouraged, because they're also dealing with the unemployment rates. Is it, now make sure I'm clear, the unemployment rate is for the youth, is it 60%? Tell me, what is that number for the
Well,
youth?
it was 40%, but right now, because of now the general one was 40%, because at that time 16 million youth were unemployed.
Okay.
But right now, because of COVID, the percentage has gone higher.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
because of COVID. So now the unemployment rate is so high. The government has scarce resources. Companies are laying off people. So what is required now is ingenuity to see how we can solve this problem. And when I started this initiative, I can't say that when I started, I expected myself then to get here. It's like you're just starting something, you're seeing a solution, you want to help the community,
Yeah.
but you find that when you decide to help,
Yeah.
it's like even doors open for you as well.
Yes.
So, like when I decided to help the community, I wasn't expecting anything in return.
Yeah.
But I am seeing that because of helping, even other people are helping me as well, opening doors. Like, so far, I've been to several countries because of these particular projects to go and present
Yes.
on what we have done. Even I was in Europe, I was in Macedonia, near Greece, to
Yes.
go where I'd been invited as a trainer of trainers to go and share about the cook stove. I was in Uganda to attend the international conference, not Uganda, Rwanda, to attend the international conference on family planning.
Yes.
I also went back again to Rwanda to go and showcase about what we are doing. I was in South Africa, Botswana, Zimbabwe, to just go and showcase our work with regard to governance, policy levels. So you find that because of, people, I've realized that when you decide to help, there are people who see something beyond yourself. So you find you're just people, oh, come here. So you go, you're going for fun, but when you reach there, yeah, you realize, now this is something different. So that is what I've learned. I've learned that when you give, it comes back to you double measure. And I've also learned to be patient, because when I started, I was wondering, why am I helping people and I'm not being helped in return? But I said, regardless, my satisfaction is when someone tells me, Violet, because of what you started, my life has changed.
Yes.
So slowly by slowly, now we are here. Now we are
Yes.
here. So praise God.
Yes. Yes. So we're going to end on that note, and we will come back again and just hear more things that you are doing and continue to do. So again, we thank all of you for showing up and listening to this woman of God, really, this godsend on this earth to change what is happening in our community. We always think about we want to do something, we want to change something. Well, the way we do that is we get up and we do something. So this all started with her wanting to do something, and it has done all of this over the years. And I have watched her over the years. When I went to Kenya in 2013, and I've watched her since 2013. So it's been it was just amazing just to see her and what is happening in the nation because she is being active. Again, thank you so much, Miss Violet Mbiti. And thank you, audience, again. And we will talk to you again, I'm sure. Bye-bye.